Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the English Flow podcast. I am your host, Zoe, and I am so happy you are here with us today. Whether you are walking to work, cooking dinner, or just relaxing, we are glad to be part of your day.
Hello, everyone. It is great to be back.
Today, we have a very interesting topic, Leo. It is something that affects almost all of us. Have you ever picked up your phone just to check the time and then realized you spent 30 minutes scrolling through Instagram or TikTok?
Oh, definitely. It happens to me more often than I want to admit. I unlock my phone and suddenly I'm watching videos of cats or people cooking pasta. It's like time travel.
Exactly. It feels like we lose control. Well, today we're going to talk about why that happens. We're discussing dopamine and how technology is changing our brains. So, Leo, for our listeners who might not know, what exactly is dopamine?
Well, simply put, dopamine is a chemical in our brain. People often call it the feel-good chemical. But actually, it's more about motivation and reward. When you do something necessary for survival, like eating delicious food or drinking water when you're thirsty, your brain releases dopamine. It tells you, hey, that was good, do it again.
So, it's a survival mechanism. It helps us repeat good behaviors.
Exactly, it's a reward system. But here's the problem. Our brains cannot tell the difference between a natural reward, like eating an apple, and a digital reward, like getting a like on a photo.
And that's where technology comes in, right?
Yes, app developers are very smart. They know how our biology works. When you hear that ding sound of a notification or when you see a red circle on your app icon, your brain gets a tiny spike of dopamine. It feels good for a second. It makes you curious.
I know that feeling. If my phone buzzes while we're recording this, I have a strong urge to look at it. It's almost painful to ignore it.
That's the addiction. The modern world gives us what we call instant gratification. We get the reward immediately without any hard work. In the past, you had to hunt or farm to get food. Now you just tap a button and food arrives. Or you tap a button and you get entertainment.
So, because we get these rewards so easily, does it make us lazy?
Not exactly lazy, but it makes us impatient. Our brains are getting used to high levels of dopamine all the time. Real life is usually slow and boring. Reading a book takes a long time. Learning a language takes patience, but scrolling through social media is fast and exciting. So when we put the phone down, real life feels dull.
That explains why it's so hard to focus on work or studying sometimes. I sit down to read, but after 5 minutes, I want to check my email.
Yes, that's a big issue. Our attention span is getting shorter. We're training our brains to switch tasks every second. It's exhausting for the mind.
So, what happens if we keep doing this? What's the long-term effect?
Well, we enter a vicious cycle. You feel stressed or bored, so you pick up your phone to feel better. You get that quick dopamine hit. But then you feel guilty for wasting time, so you feel stressed again. And what do you do when you're stressed? You pick up the phone again.
It sounds like a trap. I've heard people talking about dopamine detox recently. Is that a real solution?
It can be very helpful. A dopamine detox is when you remove these high-stimulation activities for a while. You stop using social media, video games, or junk food for maybe a day or a week.
Stop using social media for a whole day? That sounds really difficult.
It's hard at first. You'll feel bored, but boredom is actually good for you. When you're bored, your dopamine levels go down to normal. Your brain resets. After a detox, simple things like a walk in the park or a conversation with a friend start to feel interesting again.
I think I need to try that. Maybe not a whole week, but I can start with one Sunday. Just me, a book, and no screens.
That's a great start. You can also try simple rules. For example, no phones in the bedroom, or don't check your phone for the first hour after you wake up.
Oh, the morning one is important. If I check my phone in bed, I stay there for 20 minutes.
Exactly. You're letting the world dictate your mood before you even brush your teeth. If you reclaim your morning, you reclaim your focus.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation, Leo. It's scary, but it's good to know we can control it.
Absolutely. Technology is a tool. We should use it, but we shouldn't let it use us.
Okay, listeners, we want you to understand this topic deeply, so we have selected 6 key terms from our conversation today. These are great words to use when talking about psychology, habits, or technology.
Yes, and we're going to do a special practice exercise. We call this shadowing.
Instruction. Here's how it works. First, we'll explain the meaning of the word simply. Then, we'll say the word clearly and slowly. We want you to listen and then repeat it exactly after us.
Don't worry about being perfect. Just try to copy our pronunciation and speed. Are you ready, Zoe?
I am ready. Let's start with the first one. The first term is instant gratification. This means getting a reward or a good feeling immediately without waiting or working hard.
Instant gratification.
Instant gratification.
Great. The next term is doom scrolling. This is when you continue to scroll through bad news or social media on your phone for a long time, even though it makes you feel sad or anxious.
Doom scrolling. Doom scrolling.
Next, we have attention span. This is the amount of time you can concentrate on a task without becoming distracted.
Attention span. Attention span. The fourth term is craving. This is a very strong desire or want for something, like chocolate or checking your phone.
Craving.
Craving.
Almost done. The next one is vicious cycle. This describes a situation where one problem causes another problem, which then makes the first problem worse, repeating over and over.
Vicious cycle. Vicious cycle. And the last one is cold turkey. This is an idiom. It means to stop a bad habit suddenly and completely, not slowly.
Cold turkey.
Cold turkey. Great job, everyone. Shadowing is a powerful way to improve your accent and memory.
Yes, try to use one of these words in a sentence today. Maybe tell a friend, I am going to stop doom scrolling.
Thank you so much for listening today. We hope this episode helps you understand your brain a little better and maybe put the phone down more often.
Thanks for having me, Zoe. It was a pleasure.
Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this. Keep practicing, keep listening, and remember, stay in the flow. Bye.
Goodbye.